Dorado. He is a 5-year-old from the Frisco HMA, which is in Utah, almost in California. And I named him Dorado because I saw a shooting star as I was driving home, and Dorado is a constellation in the southern sky. Now you'll notice he's got a couple of scrapes on his face, and that was from we almost got into an accident coming home, driving back from Oklahoma, and he ended up scraping up his face a little bit, but it's all superficial. The other thing about him is that he is a pretty dominant fellow. So I had worked him earlier. This is our first day, obviously, and so I'd worked him in the pen, and there were a couple of times of where he asserted his dominance and charged me. Nothing happened, but so I'm going about things a little bit different. So I'm working right now. He's actually taking hay from me, and again, I had done a couple of sessions, but I wasn't able to film them. So I've got him eating from my hand, and again, I'm outside the panel, so he feels a little bit safer. And then later on, I worked him in the round pen. And you'll see he stands very upright. And so what I've learned from him is, in the beginning, the couple of times I worked with him, when I would draw, he would draw because he felt like he was pushing me away. And so then I learned I have to hold my ground and not move my feet. So anytime he kind of turns to me without me asking, that's where I'd made a mistake before, and he'd actually come over the top of me. So I have been working on being very clear. You'll see I have to be pretty high energy with my rope to make sure I am very clear that he cannot come at me. And he's a little, he's very bold, so it can, you see I just turn my shoulder and get him to move, and he's starting to get it. He's got one ear. I got to lick and chew, but I still don't. We still have a lot of work to do in the round pen. So you see, like when he comes and he walks to me, generally the theory is to back off to take the pressure off, but because he's coming to me very bold and assertive, and that's when he would come more at me. So right now my goal is to move his feet, and then to ask for the whoa and just have him stand there while I hold my ground and then change directions. So I'm going to do lots of changing directions, just him moving his feet and my feet standing still. Now this is a bit of a smaller round pen, but I tend to like to work the Mustangs in this as they can't get going too fast. And this work with this guy is really important right now because it's very much a chess game. I'm not trying to intimidate or to scare him. I'm just laying down a foundation of what the rules are. So the rules are to not attack me. I give him his space, but when I ask him to move his feet, he needs to move his feet. When I ask him to stand still, he needs to stand still. And so he's thinking about dropping his head right here. But anytime you see kind of that head nod and a snort, that's when they can think of kind of coming over the top of you. And you see I kind of bring my hand up to block him. That right there was a little bit of a play on body language. So he wanted to go. I wanted him to stay. So I did that for a fair bit. And then I ended with I'm on the panel. And I'm able to touch him from the panel, which is good. And I've worked a lot. Again, it's kind of hard because I'm filming a little bit by myself. And you can see he let me do that, and then I was able to get the ropes to get him to move a little lateral, so getting him used to the ropes on his hind end. And also he was pretty non-reactive about the ropes. He didn't even kick, I think, once. I had done some work with the stick touching him, and he did maybe 1 or 2 kicks, nothing too bad. And again, so I worked the right side, and he was doing pretty good work. I was, again, for the first day, I'm really happy with what I'm getting. And again, I'm on the panel, so we're still working on building our relationship, and I'm just getting him used to me being in different places. And that also means just kind of hanging out around the vicinity. So he's actually eating some dinner and letting me be close to him while he puts his head down and eats out of his bucket, which is a big step in gaining their trust. So I'm pretty excited about him. I think we made some good progress in the first day, and I think he's going to be a cool dude.